that art was always mine. You only see what's for the moment. Everything after that, your third eye must become sublime. The calling in your spirit, that was me needing your attention. My mission for you is one that consists only of godly precision. You read my promises. Now tell me a reason that I must lie. Am I a fleshly man who's deceitfully trying to get by? It was I who slayed the giant for David. For everything is of my will. And if I held no purpose for your life, long time ago I could have null and voided the deal. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I need to make sure you're prepped and equipped for the blessings I'm about to unveil. I only ask that you believe a faith the size of a mustard seed is so small, but it represents there's no way for me to fail. I am that I am. Now tell me who is more than that. The giver of the divine, the only one that can part you out that rat race trap. In fact, the hardships you encounter will only to sharpen and strengthen your senses and skin. The wisdom you sought, that came from within. So, that's why I hate the phone, y'all. Again, just believe in me, and the promises I made to you can only lead you to win. Continue seeking protection from me, and that way, there's no way your enemies can contend. All right? All right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you're going on your travel, it's not about the travel. You got to enjoy the journey. Because the journey's going to take you so many different places. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to just ride it. It's like a wave. Now I'm starting to understand surfboard. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be able to jump on that board and ride this wave. Right? Okay. So when you go through all of that right there, knowing that this life comes with all kind of ups and downs, twists and tangles, you got to stay strong through this all. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can make anything about life make you back down. You know what I mean? Because adversity, see, that's a part of life. That comes inclusive with this game. But you can't let it overcome, nor do you succumb to the depth of its restraint or its pain. Yes, life is equipped with challenges that we all must endure. But you can never allow it to hinder, compromise, cause you to change, bow down, nor become unsure. You really got to stay strong through it all while learning to maneuver within its range. It's not always going to be sunny skies, but yet it's still mandatory that we handle the pressure and its heinous pain. Why? Because drastic changes, those come unexpected. It switches, it seems, within the blink of an eye. But always keep in mind, the struggles you encounter, well, hell, those are only lessons to assist you in getting by. You got to allow wisdom to be your guide, and even ultimately your protection. So you can stand firm with your head up, chest out, while ducking and dodging through roadblocks and attempting to elude detours and these intricate imperfections. And your status, that becomes a reflection of your faith. You can never let it become altered with the concerns of past mistakes. Because imperfection, that's a trait that cohabitates in us all. You got to eliminate your worries. There are no problems inclusive with life. We're all infuriated by the situations we cause. So it's a must you remain focused and stay strong. You got to learn to stand on faith. Because the end results, well, hell, they can leave us all standing tall. So once you go through that, you know what I'm saying? Once I was ready for that, and now I'm on faith, I'm just believing, you know, I look back at the things that I went through. You know what I mean? As me being a child, you know, born with sickle cell anemia, it took me a long time to get over that. That was something that I held deeply. You know what I'm saying? Something I still hold deeply now. But that was the beginning of my trials, and I didn't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, at 7 years old, first encountering with death. my platelets dropped so low that I had to have emergency transfusion. If that wouldn't have happened, I would have been out of here. And the irony in that is that it was on Mother's Day. So can you imagine, mommy, me checking out on that day? Nah. You know what I'm saying? So then you have to be able to tell your story truthfully. You know what I mean? And always, whatever you go through, know that it's for a purpose. You're being built up for a reason. You know what I'm saying? We look at it and we worry about the frustrations and everything like that. But you can't do nothing past what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is going to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be strong enough to tell your story. And basically, once you go through what you go through, you have a new appreciation. So I put my life lessons into these bars. See, it once was riddled with pain, but now, hell, each verse is just residue from old scars. Yes, I was overloaded with pressure from trying to contain my feelings of hate and rage. And due to my stroke, I concealed myself to a living tomb, and from the world chose to disengage. But from the world chose to disengage. But why was my mind playing these detrimental tricks? See, it caused me to become a prisoner of my lonely reality, which only made me a POW to this bitch.
Right.
POW to this bitch. And then my spirit internally told me there was more to be achieved. And I got confirmation through a whisper that sternly agreed. No, I'm sorry. It softly agreed. Death isn't what you want. Just think of how your daughter would grieve. The constant heartache that would be felt, with the consistent flow of tears like boisterous rivers streaming down. And then you got to remember this. If daddy's long gone, he can't further be of any help if he's not around. In that moment, it taught me life is for the living. We're all freely to breathe. Each individual contains a blemish, a flaw to remind you of imperfection, where the only thing you can do is look in your rear view that keeps you reminiscing. But why keep reliving old memories and images you take as a hindrance? Instead, allow your story to be told. Give praise, and watch the Creator I am, He will bring you a deliverance. So see, each poem to me, that shit's more than a spoken word. It's pieces of the lessons from this learning institute for experience that I've learned. About my new appreciation and how this hidden strength is only preparation from my Creator, because He chose to keep me so divinely preserved. And yet, He still allows me to rep my motivation, innovation, and creation.
Rep your mic.
Through a voice that deserves to be heard.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you encounter all of that, y'all, you still pushing through life, man. You know what I'm saying? You still pushing through life. But the thing about life, what I noticed, it gives you the opportunity to look back at what you've overcome. You know what I'm saying? You see your struggles in the hindsight. You look in your rearview mirror, and it's like, damn, I went through all that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm still standing. I'm still breathing. Man, that's the best thing about life.
Go in, Mars.
You know what I'm saying? And when that came to me, He gave me Life Inc. It was like I was going through all my turmoil, and it was just like life. And I put through Learning Institute for Experience. That made me be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And that teaches me every day I learn something new. You know what I mean? And I get to look at my acceleration not as just an individual, but as a spirit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So allow me to take a moment of contemplation just for my thoughts.
Give it to him.
Go in, Mars.
Give it to him.
To do some recollection of some of life's predestined situations, and then understanding that once it's done, there really is no reconsideration. So right now, I'm learning to tread this path led by perseverance and motivation. And then understanding that in hindsight, there are no changes, Only the future holds opportunities of excelling and advancing. And as my gift, which is this present, unfolds and starts expanding, that leads to elevation and explodes towards what I'm apprehending, damn. Only then will my future appear illuminated and clear. But right now, it's the history of his story that's allowed to be composed. But it's written in hieroglyphics on sycamore scrolls. And that's only for his truth to be told.
Yeah.
See, y'all ain't even hear me though. I said it's the history of his story.
Come on.
That's allowed to be composed. But that was written in hieroglyphics on sycamore scrolls. And that was only for his truth to be told.
Yeah.
Because then I could take a glimpse in my rearview, proving memories are only images of situations past that may or may not hinder you. And you can never worry how you scurry past, because you'll make it through. See, it's the course we're giving. Life 101. The Learning Institute for Experience, where there's only one book. The rest you obtain knowledge through everyday lessons that come with jabs and crosses, uppercuts, and even hooks. And see, in those times, it's a must you duck and dodge while moving left to right. In some chapters in this life, you gotta settle in your nook, but you gotta fight. Trials and tribulations. Wait, no, I'm sorry, y'all. Gotta settle in your nook, but you gotta fight.
You got it? Going for it.
Yeah, I think I was right. I'm sorry, y'all. Trials and tribulations, those come with convictions only if allowed to be. See, knowledge is key. You got to discover the hidden messages that will equip and assist you to overcome, which will release you to ultimately becoming free. With no more restraints or feelings of being shackled. It's just the hindsight of obstacles you were destined to overcome, which none of us would do if given the opportunity to foresee. It will most likely leave us to be baffled, confused, rattled, misused. It might even give you the misconception of being brutally abused. You know what I mean? So once you go through hindsight, you made it, you started off ready for more. Then you move, once you move past the people that's supposed to be there, you got to let them know that you're more than what anybody knows. And you don't have to prove nothing to anybody, just prove it to yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because only you got to get to the destination that you want to get to. You feel me?
Right.
So once you're doing that, you're ready for more than you know. Now you out on faith. You got to just believe that that man upstairs has everything already taken care of.
That's right.
No matter what it is that you go through, you can't do nothing but go through it. What can you do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you stay strong through the adversities that you go through. Once you go through those adversities, now you get to see the appreciation and you have a different outlook on life. You know what I'm saying? So once you have that outlook in hindsight, now you're ready to move on. And then you got to let them know that this is what you was created to do. So back up and allow me my 5 feet. Nah, better yet, just give me my space. Where my people's at. Zeno Curly. Twist that Earl so we can take the deep tokes to the face. See, it enhances my thoughts while calming my nerves. So now I'm focused and prepared to partake, but skillfully display these spoken words that are just rhythmic melodies of poetry that I orchestrate. Nah, better yet, conduct these words as they penetrate through your cerebral membrane, similar to a sensual escapade, something like a bone sway atmosphere while relieving all stress and pain. Woosah. Woosah. Yo, I love my talent. See, this is what I do. I receive from my Creator to pass these blessings off to you. Reciting these verses with passion while living my passion. The lyrical content becomes legendary, which means I'm outlasting and surpassing. Synonymous to the energizer rabbit as I keep going and going and going. While banging on your eardrums, creating the climax that causes it to become orgasmic. They say sticks and stones break bones. Well, hell, my pen is mightier than your sword, which allows my verbals to become detrimental or drastic. That you can't afford. See, The effect they create had the ability to leave your mind flabbergasted. And being that I'm not married to this game, does that make this poem just another bastard? But the difference is, I birthed and delivered this, so it'll forever be a part of me, to cremation. I stay on the move, so there's no way I'm resting in any casket. It's just another form of hesitation, left with exhausted thoughts of contemplation while resting and relaxing.
Come on, man.
See, it's already evident I have too much more living to do. So before I put this shit out, would you say that this is what I'm here to do? See, your opinion really isn't needed. But I was raised with manners, so I guess I'm just cordially asking, do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? I'm feeling the verse that I'm spitting out, roughly like snuff, but I'm not fond of doing chew. So whether you feeling this or not, this is just a display, better yet an example, snippet / sample of exactly what I was put here to do.
Right?
This is just a snippet / sample of exactly what I was put here to do. And being that we dwell in the present, I'm going to just call this my gift. Because as I receive eclectic thoughts, I deliver them articulately and unto you. I want to thank y'all for rocking with me on the Life Inc. Motivational Spoken Word Seminar at the House of Rhymes. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I want to thank every artist that has touched this stage and shown their motivation, innovation, and creation. The love that I get from y'all, fam, word to mother, y'all wouldn't even understand. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here, this is what I'm here for, man. And the love that I get from all my peoples, I give it right back to all of y'all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word. So this is me right here. This is my heart and spirit that pumps on these words. Eclectic thoughts, y'all. Check me out. And I hope that y'all enjoy it.
And I got it.